Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Origin Lines Forever. This is a ladder game on Red Rocks between Zlo and Mephi. Zlo appeared in the blue, playing Seraphim, unusual for him. And down here we have Mephi playing UEF, quite often plays UEF, from what I can tell and remember. The map is Red Rocks. Quite a unique map, I think. So you start in either corner. You have a central landmass, and gonna have a bit of a land battle here. Get factories up and a bit of a spam war, and there's also a lot of reclaim, especially right in the middle of the map here. Spread out, there's more rocks about the place. There's some here. So lots of reclaim, lots to fight for there. Many mexes. See, 6 for each player. Although don't usually get a 6-6 split. So up the top and the bottom left, we have another 4 mexes on a little island. And a bit of reclaim as well. So these have to be dropped. You can't, it's not a beach. Although it looks suspiciously beach-like, it's not. Can edge build, of course. Generally, we see drops, but edge building works too. And the only beaches are beach at the front here. See the bit of a difference. This line here, that's a beach. Most of this is a beach just at the front here, and then the sides are not beaches. So we're going to see the ACUs walk to mid, build a little base. We already have 2 engineers from Mephi going to mid, and factories queued up. We're going to see second air, no doubt. We also in the bases have a plateau behind both players, and generally what's done is factory's edge built up the cliff by engineers or the commander. Generally engineers, because you don't want to move the commander away from his eventual destination, which is the middle. So generally you want to use engineers, so the ACU doesn't have an even longer distance to go to get where he wants to be. And there you can see an air factory planned. You want to build an air factory up here, because obviously a land factory is not going to be as useful, because you don't really want to be building a lot of your base up here. Generally people just want to use air up here. You want to build a few engineers, get the reclaim again. A lot of reclaim on this map, spread all over. And we also have a hydro and 2 mexes, so it's quite important and makes the build order a little bit different. Something to think about, a bit interesting. You can also, I think I tried a build order once where you go second air on the plateau so you can get the reclaim and stuff and the hydro faster. Definitely possible. And Mephi's actually just gone second air, made an air scout, and then just made a transport. And I don't think that Zlo is ready for that. So now he does see it. Good scout overhead. But yeah, now he's spotted, I think, what's happening, maybe? Or maybe not. Actually, right now what he's thinking is, where is the engineer in mid? And here it is. And Mephi's gonna reclaim him. Oh, he's gonna get away, is he? He is. And the shot goes off, and Mephi just barely survives. That OP UEF HP there. You can see a Seraphim NG would have died. And actually, what the hell? Why is the transport landing here? I thought this transport would be going for an island, but he's actually just dropped 5 engineers into the middle island. And that's interesting. So Zlo actually spotted this transport with the air scout, but didn't realize well, his air scout spotted, but he didn't. And then he got distracted by trying to get a kill with the Zooey, and now the transport has bizarrely gone to mid. I mean, I guess it's not that bizarre, there's a lot of resources here, but the Zooey is also here, and he's gonna try and get some kills. That missed somehow. And it looks like I just missed an air fight as well. And that did not go well for Mephi, unsurprisingly, considering he made a transport. He's going to be behind an air. Now he's come for a bomber as well. And the timing of that is not ideal. And out of this factory, we've just got some labs. And they just clean up the Zooey. And Mephi in mid looking... I mean, it looks like he's already so far ahead in mid that there's no little chance for slow. Look at this, third factory just finished here. Another one going up quickly because of all the engineers. He probably is stalling mass now. Yeah, big time. But the reclaim is coming in. Look at this, a lot of mass coming in. Although slow actually has far more at this stage. Slow actually has far more reclaim, probably just from around the base here. And yeah, all this stuff. Bit slow on the mexes, I have to say, but got the reclaim quickly. And he's trying to use his air, doing good damage with the bomber. He should be able to kill a lot of reclaiming engineers, which will be quite painful. But this engineer here, because of various stalls, I think it would have finished the factory without a stall, but there's some power stalling going on. And the factory doesn't finish, but the ACU appears to farm a little bit of vet. Killed all the labs, and now he's going to finish the factory and get a few of his own. But already there are 4 factories and nearly 10 T1 units out, and Zlo is only finishing his first land factory in the middle now, so that looks very bad for him in terms of mid control. But what he does have is firm air control. So air units or anti-air units being forced, anti-air turret, underappreciated unit. It's very good, quite cheap, does a decent job. Certainly will deny any bomber that comes towards it unless people are sending, well, 4 Seraphim bombers will kill it. I guess 3 UEF bombers. But generally bombers just stay away from them. Also quite good against gunships, especially versus jesters. They have lower HP. So Zlo, the problem for Zlo, I mean, well, it's pretty obvious what the problem for Zlo is. He has nothing in mid. And Mephi smartly sending his commander straight across, not wasting any time building factories with the ACU. He's moving straight across, and he's going to push Zlo into the water here. Zlo drops a couple engineers here. He's going to try get this island. He is going to get this island, get the reclaim, and also looking to edge build some naval factories. And we have 5, 6 more. This was a full transport. 8 engineers are on board here. Bombers are all over the map, doing damage everywhere. 1 engineer dropped to steal a mechs. Very nice. So it's like why raid when you can actually just steal their economy? That's like the best possible raid. And Zlo's gonna fight this as he can, but he will get pushed away. And now the other 5 engineers have now been dropped onto the plateau behind Mephi's base. He has air supporting this. He has a bomber here. Oh, please. I was quite worried that if that engineer was stayed alive, that the bomber would auto-target it and maybe kill all of Zlo's NGs, but didn't happen. It's just a slight panic on my part. I don't think Zooey's up here can actually hit anything down below, really. There's nothing close to the edge for Mephi. But look at the amount of bombers. I wonder if it is really the best use of those bombers to put them against a frigate, but actually UEF frigates are not very good. Oh, he can hit the mexes. That's quite nice for him, but no P-gens in play down here. Actually, look at this. Quite nice for Mephi getting his own base up here. He's going to fight this. I think he had a transport there that he... Oh, the bomber takes out the NGs. Yeah. Slow has so much air right now. And now we see some subs coming from this Naval factory, some power building on the plateau, another transport coming up. That might be one of those errors. No, he actually wants an extra transport. And he's going to take this island, has a bomber on standby waiting for anything to come by. Slow having real mass problems though now. He has no T2 mexes. He's grabbed a lot of reclaim already. There's a lot of assistance on this naval factory. He's trying to build stuff over here, but look, a drop from Mephi. And it's killing quite a few inties, killing this factory as well. And oh, look, Zlo even stole the hydrocarbon. Just captured it. Well, why not? Mephi still has some work to do to take this back, but Zlo has lost his factory. A couple of Lobos targeting that down. Nothing's going to build out of that once there's Lobos dropping fire on it. And some tanks come in and they get a bit too close. But Mephi is paying close attention. Micros away from the reclaiming engineers. And they are all dead. Just one Zooey to take out now. He does take out the factory. But one engineer survives. So he can rebuild his shit now. Get this mechs back. Still has to kill this stuff, but looks like it's not too much danger from that really. And he found another little sneaky factory that he's gonna have to kill. Take some mexes back. Look at this Slow, just still grabbing mexes, raiding here. Like, it's ridiculous. He has no map control whatsoever in mid, but he had this one factory all this time when he was already pushed into the water. Got two mexes for a while, being annoying with the single tank he has on there. And a lot of naval build power going up now. And he's also got those two engineers here. Dropped one here as well. He's gonna steal that mex. So very nice play from Zlo, but still this problem has not changed. He has no mid control whatsoever. ACU is trying to do something here. Not sure what. Just eating some shells. Mephi has gone T2 though, and it's, well, what is the plan with the T2 ACU? I wonder. He could, I mean, he sees this radar signature here. Could walk into the water and reclaim that, or even capture it. He does need some power though. Looks like he needs some power anyway. And you don't really want to build a T2P gen over here. Radar signature, very full Seraphim T1 transport. And this is still alive now, just going down to the frigates. The mechs still slows, and the subs pushed away by the torpedo launcher. Oh, look at the nice torpedo defense there, doing good work. Helping those Seraphim subs a lot. Mephi gets himself some Seraphim mechs action. And Zlo started T2 on his commander, and at the same time begun his T2 naval upgrade. Has some nice mass in the bank. Has the power to pay for all this, although, well, he has paused air to do it. But let's actually see what the air game is like, because Zlo doesn't have so many now. 23, 22, very, very even. Mephi trying to get some navy out. A lot of it chilling in his base. Maybe not the best use. And over here he's coming over to the build power, but that's a bit of a suicide of those frigates. A couple of frigates from Zlo here and a sub. Zlo actually leaving with the frigates so that the sub can do free damage. But he may have just let the frigates get away. They just drive by a mechs on the way. And this tank is still alive. Is this the same tank? I feel like that must be the same tank that ran the whole way up here. And it now has 5 kills. It's going to kill this anti-air at some point. May also kill the engineer. God damn, 5 kills. Some T2 mexes from Zlo on the back plateau. That's a rhyme. And TMD going up. Oh, look at that. Mephi rushing a TML, and Zlo has not even spotted that, but he may have spotted the ACU going T2 beforehand, and that would tip him off about it. Oh, he leaves with the T2 engineer, so he needs to build this quickly, and it's building slowly, and he's going to mass stall, and that's going to slow it down even more. This is quite dangerous. He still hasn't spotted the TML, so he doesn't know how urgent this TMD is. Mephi also sees the TMD, and he has 3 loaded, but he hasn't fired anything. And this could be a bad mistake for Mephi. Oh, a bomber comes in and kills all the T1 engineers. What a bomber. And now Mephi is free to launch his missiles. Oh my god. It's so nearly done. Zlo needs to send all the engines. He is doing that. Another bomber coming in, aiming for the T2 NG. So there won't be any more TMD other than this one. Actually, what Zlo... Oh my god, Zlo has walked up on the land. And this TML could have been fired at the unbuilt TMD. And then there could be no TMD made because the T2 engineer has been killed. Zlo walks in with his T2 ACU, doesn't really do anything, and then just runs away because Mephi throws up some T1 PD. Not sure what the commander was doing there. Should probably have reclaimed the TML maybe, or I'm not sure. But now there's a cruiser out, and the cruiser just absolutely wrecks the TML. Mephi tries to grab as much of the mass as he can, but most of it gets destroyed. Damn, that was intense. This naval factory survived on just 2000 HP. The TMD only has 200 HP now. And all these mexes have been saved, and ultimately the TML did not do much of anything. It did damage the HQ, but it didn't actually kill anything. And now the cruiser has TMD and has its own TML. And the subs are coming for it, but actually, well, there's some subs for Zlo. And making another cruiser, also making more build power. And now Zlo, after Mephi leaves, as soon as he leaves, Zlo just walks up on the land, starts killing stuff. He got a factory up, gonna make a mex. And now this is quite interesting. Zlo now has T2 Navy, has a reasonable air force, probably almost definitely less than Mephi has right now. Ooh, gotta stop making those inties right now, man. He has 80 interceptors, his opponent has 27, and his opponent also has cruisers. That's a potentially a big mistake for Mephi if he keeps spamming those inties with no real reason to. And he has T2 air, he's making a T2 transport. It will be interesting to see what that's for, I guess. Well, you see, he has all these units here, and quite a lot of them are arties as well. They don't have much purpose right now. Ow. That hurt. It's like 500 damage a missile. in a large area. Not pleasant to be hitting the head with one of those. Quite a lot of reclaim here. That's all this naval reclaim. And speaking of reclaim, Mephi is way out ahead thanks to his control of mid. You can see he's just cleaned up all of this. One of the biggest advantages of mid. Mid has more mexes than the two islands combined, and has a hell of a lot more reclaim. So T2 transport done, gunship out. Yeah, this is gotta stop the air production. Gotta stop the inti production. It's a big waste of mass for Mephi right now. Big waste for resources overall, and he is now that he's because of his power stall. Actually, he is now behind in mass. Also, in T2 mexes, he's well behind. We have one for Mephi, and meanwhile on Zlow's side, he has had 4, and he had 2 or 3 of them for quite a while already. Don't know how long Mephi has had this one upgraded. Mephi doing some good stuff. You can see here, reclaiming his land factories. He has a few still here. He could probably reclaim more, but keeps them for safety. Has reclaimed most of them though. These cruisers have no answer at the minute. Oh, that's a nice drop from Mephi, using the T2 transport to get significant army. It just easily overruns everything here. There's no PD, no defenses. It's a single Zooey fighting on, getting some kills, and he's gone. And engineers dropped shortly after, and so Mephi takes back some more map control. Good stuff. Getting an anti-air turret, that's not necessary, I guess. All those loaders like to just spam bombers in. Oh yes, here comes the bomber now. You see this? This is classic Zlo stuff, where you'll just have an air factory somewhere just spamming bombers. And if we look here, he's probably... oh, it doesn't show me. Yeah, look at that. So Mephi perfectly placed anti-air there to kill those bombers that are being spammed in. Unless Zlo spots it and changes his rally point. But it is something he does quite often, where he will just use the rally point of the factory to just spam bombers into an area, and they just gradually do damage and also force APM from your opponent. So one guy has to react with inties, while Zlo is just using absolutely no APM on that attack. Quite annoying. That frigate is getting destroyed. Almost killed the frigate, and he's only targeting the factory. These factories completely locked. Not gonna be anything coming out of those. The subs are coming, so the cruisers actually will have to run away from all these subs. There's so many of them. And Mephi has just come in and killed most of Zlo's inties. Not that there were that many anyway, but now, hopefully now that he's just wiped the floor with them, he will stop producing his own. Ooh, a nice T2 flak here. Got 10 kills already. 500 vet points. And yeah, the subs arrive, cruisers leave. But look at all the dead mexes. This mid-map control is, well, it's not really paying dividends for Mephi at the minute, because he keeps losing all of these mexes to subs and even Zooies. There's somehow Zooies on this island, and they've just killed so many interceptors. Oh my god. And also killing many mexes. But we still have a lot of inti spam. It's not stopped at all. It's disappointing. We need less intis and more T2 mexes from Mephi. But still, even now, he has more total mass. Now he's lost so many mechs on the mid-island, he needs to take them back very quickly, really, because otherwise he's going to fall well behind in mass. He's just getting everywhere. You see how Zlo micros them, splits them up. and gunships have to go in all different directions to get them and kill them. Slow trying to steal some reclaim as well. He's quite confident with his AC. That's I mean, he has no air, but he has kept this cruiser close to him that can help. But still, four torp bombers will take that out. Ooh, we got a little drop here already. A gunship moving into position to take care of that. There's already a drop here that got killed coming from this island. A lot of subs here, but I think they're kind of, well, there's not much they can do really right now. Look at this mid island. Let's see what Mephi sees. He has 3 of the mid island mexes, 3 out of 12 that he ought to have. Gunships do good work here, and he needs to grab this reclaim. You can see it's already on it with an engineer. Also, he has the drop ability, so he could use these transports, the gunships, which double as transports, single unit transports, to re-expand, grab his mexes quickly, maybe do some slow style dropping on mexes to steal them, like this one and this one. Also, transport, well, some drops. Maybe he could get onto this island with some units. And if he does, I mean, it's not like Zlo can react with his bombers or with his gunships. He doesn't have T2 air. Maybe T1 bombers could deal with it, but some drops, some land drops on here would be good because Mephi does have super air dominance. I mean, it's just... He's still spamming. Oh, that's a lot of scouts. Actually, let's see how much mass and scouts he'd made. 1,200 and counting. Gunships taking it. Well, they're just ground firing for some reason. Bit of a bug there, maybe. And I think the 1,200 mass and scouts has died and been replaced with another 1,200 mass and scouts. So, yeah. But Mephi takes back control of this. I think Zlo did not really prepare well enough with anti-airs here. The mobile anti-airs are around trying to stop this, but I think AA towers would be much better. Have a lot of HP, although this guy with 2 vets, 3 vets, he has almost 500 HP. That's ridiculous. It's outrageous. But they still go down. Not much problem to these gunships. I think 1 gunship, no, 2 gunships went down, 3 maybe. Yeah, he lost 3 gunships there. But the island is dead, and now he can even use the again, stingers to drop some units there. But still, mid-island getting killed, and there's more and more cruisers building up. Zlo not spending too much on inties. You can see he doesn't have a massive amount of production. Still only has 25 right now. But who needs inties when you have 4 cruisers covering the whole length of the map with their, not with their anti-air of course, but with their radar and their missiles. Pretty decent anti-air radius as well, to be honest. We got a couple of flags, so that's basically a no-go area for a cloud of inties. You do not ever want to fly over these static T2 turrets. Torpedo bombers coming from Mephi quite late. I mean, he's been making gunships and inties, a couple of transports, but only now he's switched to the Stork. Quite a nice looking unit. Never understand why they have like a little cockpit when they're robots, but you know, maybe there's a little dude hanging out in there. Destros from from low to deal with the T1 subs, and also to protect the cruisers from any more subs or frigates. But I don't think he'll be making too many Destros. I think we'll just switch back to cruisers pretty soon. He already has 2 Destros out. Oh, 3. Quite a few frigs here. And the cruisers, he's just constantly moving them around, killing everything he can. There's no TMD. There's TMD right here, but Mephi just doesn't have the mass to be protecting all of these just T1 mexes against the T2 Navy. So he's going to build up a large force of torpedo bombers. I think, again, I gotta say the inti spam is not good. It's really bad, actually. 135 intis, 137, almost 7,000 mass in intis, and a whole lot more power. The island that he worked hard to get back on the bottom left here is dead, and this one will surely die soon after. He got all the reclaim though, got the mexes. It's quite nice, but unless he's getting TMD in these places, he cannot hold on to them. He has no answer to the cruiser. And he's making a hell of a lot of T1 subs though. Okay, here come the torpedo bombers. Where are they going? We have a commander in the water, but he has T2. And he's making T1AA turrets. And he has 2 cruisers above him. I don't see any danger for this. Oh, he actually has regen aura as well. That correct, he does have the first regen aura, or restoration field. See this engineer has +2 per second regen. Cruiser seems to be just out of range of the regen aura. Or perhaps it does not display correctly. Oh, no, there we go. +15 health per second. There's no way these cruisers are dying, man. Nice use of restoration field. That's a T2 transport that just got killed by cruiser missiles. Fascinating stuff. And I don't know what Mephi is going to do here. Because right now, well, he has so much more reclaim, but right now, he actually has more score as well. But I don't see how he wins the game. I mean, Zlo is really under no threat at all at home. You can see him ecoing, making storages. He can constantly raid the middle. He's killed the bottom left island, is going to retake it. He has an unstoppable navy. There's no way that there's a couple of T1 factories making subs. There's so many T1 subs from Mephi. I really want to see them fight against... I mean, they can easily swarm this Destro and murder it. But could they take on 2 Destros? I think this many subs could definitely take on 2 Destros. Could they take on 3 Destros that are microing away? That would be my question. How much mass is this? Yeah, it's more mass than 3 Destros. Pretty similar. That would be an interesting battle. The Seraphim Destro is quite weak to submarines, but generally not weak to T1 submarines. More so a problem for T2, and that is the TML. Interesting choice for Mephi because he has... Well, he can certainly kill some mexes here, but there's cruisers, and cruisers have very nice TMD range on them. You can see here. They actually have more range than static TMD. It's quite good coverage, and there's many of them around, so I don't know where he's gonna get the angle to actually use that TML on his ACU, and he seems a bit desperate. I don't think he knows what to do in this scenario. I don't know what to do in this scenario. And he is trying to fight. I think he just needs to run in with these subs, take the fight, see what happens, because they do have less range than the Destro. And now, actually, I think he missed his chance there with the micro. Zlo is moving towards him, and now Zlo's turned away and he's trying to chase him down. Also, shots are being wasted on frigates, and a lot of subs have already died. Zlo even has engineers here to take that. Zlo now making nano repair, and all of the torp bombers have been sent in after this navy, going after the Destros, not the cruisers. You can see the torp defense of the Sarah Destro is just not really contributing very much at all to this fight. So they go quite low, but still 2 of them alive. There's still 2 cruisers unperturbed. There's plus 21 per second on this cruiser, and Mephi is in a transport and he's on the move. Where is he heading? He's going north, and he may have been spotted because the transport just shot at that Zooey, and now it shoots at the engineers as well and misses, and he's trying to land. Oh, he moves into the... Oh no, he moved to the left and the inties are there. Once again, Sarah OP here. Well, blame balance. Oh, damn, that's unfortunate. So, Mephi had a big problem with that TML there. He couldn't find an angle to use it, thanks to, I mean, the cruisers. As I said, the TMD. There's already TMD at the front here, but cruisers could cover everything else. So he tries to land here on the landmass, and then he can TML the entire base. Maybe he was even trying to get to the back plateau, but that would be very ambitious. But yeah, then he could actually TML the whole base as he gets past the cruiser TMD and the TMD here. And you can see the only T2 engineer around is right here, quite far away. Mephi would have time to TML everything. And but honestly, he would probably die to T2 Navy, even if he did get to TML loads of stuff. I don't think he would actually be able to get his ACU out of that position. And yeah, Seraphim OP here. I don't know. Not really, honestly. I mean, I guess I would prefer them to UEF. But I don't really see where the Seraphim advantage came from. The Zooies were really annoying at times. That is for sure. But I think it was more just low play. I mean, Low lost the whole middle island and still won the game. That's pretty damn impressive. The T2 Navy was fantastic. The cruiser, and think how different it could have gone if this factory did not survive. If maybe Mephi could have killed the TMD before it was built. After he killed the engineers, he killed the T2 NG as well with a bomber very nicely. If he had TML'd the unfinished TMD, then the T1 engineers obviously can't do anything at that point, and the whole base is up for grabs for that TML. Barring's low, using his commander to kill it, but certainly would have been able to kill the naval factory, and that may have been enough to win the game. But well, Zlo clutched that and saved it, and ultimately won the game. Very nice play from both these guys. Quite an interesting map, and not often you see someone win without the middle. I thought it'd be nice to cast it. And next cast will be the finals of the Galaxy Cup. So tune in next time to see that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.